Okay, today we're going to pick up where we left off, part 2 on the cabin. And in order to pick up where we left off, we'll see the 3D view we have. And you should have all of your first floor, the basic walls for the first floor. And what we're going to do today is create the second floor, add those rooms and walls, and make sure all the walls are going to the roof and the roof is pitched correctly. And then we'll start adding in our doors and maybe look at some of the windows too. And that's where you can come in and add materials as you'd like. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to our second floor, and we want to look at first what our second floor plan looks like. Now it's open to below down here, but if you look on our second floor, the walls and the floor, especially the walls, go all the way around in a complete square, as well as the floor. It has that open area right here. The floor covers that portion, right, which is a little more than 12 feet off the opening. So what we're going to do is come into our second floor plan, and we have our stairs shown, right? It shows our walls, but here we want to make sure on our second floor that our walls, I'm selecting all of them, all of our walls should not go to the roof. These should go to second floor. That means everything will be grayed in, because what we're going to do now is we're going to add in a new floor, and the floor is going to cover, I'm pretty sure it goes from this corner to this corner. Right, it stays inside the walls, and let's align that with AL. Okay, and then if we notice, our stair and our floor can't come up there. We have to have about 3 to 4 feet, if you notice, up here between the edge of our floor and the stairwell. So we're going to say finish there. We don't want the walls to go up to the bottom, and what that did is that made a nice little second floor place. But we got to cut a hole for our stair, and we need to make sure we got the right type. So I'm going to change that to a carpet finish, and I'm going to edit the boundary, and I'm going to go ahead and cut out a hole in the stair, and you'll see why I'm showing this shape. Normally you would go the full rectangle of the footprint of the stair, but in this case we want to save some of that floor, right? Because if you're walking up this stair, there's room when you're looking at that stair that you can get by if you want. And that's actually, I think, a laundry closet, right? I think we have a second floor, little tiny linen closet. So I'll come back in here and let's make sure I got, that's probably only like 2 feet. Okay. That gives us our basic floor, right? Our boundary of our floor covers that outside here, and then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and add our exterior walls. Now our exterior walls are going to be the entire rectangle. So we're going to take, I'm going to pick those floors down low, those walls down low. I'm going to copy them, and then I'm going to say modify, paste, align to selected level, and we'll pick that second floor. You could also come back, pick your walls, make it an exterior wall, whatever your generic exterior wall was. For instance, I have basic wall generic 8-inch. And I could come back and pick to the height. We want to take that to the roof from the second floor. So I'm just going to follow that around. And you'll see what I'm doing here in a minute. Hit escape. I'll pull all these to connect. And you'll see what I've done is I've made this kind of square top up here, and that'll make sense in a little while because we're actually going to take and connect the roof to that, and you'll see what happens when we get there. So now we've got our full exterior wall, and we're going to put in some interior walls. The interior walls tend to follow, there's that whole wing wall, we've got the bedroom, small bath, and then the other bedroom and a closet. So let's draw those out. We're going to go this wall down. We've got next to the stair, we got that wall downstairs. That wall downstairs is going to continue up, so we'll show that going from the second floor to the roof. We got some inside walls. Now the key is on that second floor, you'll notice the walls all go back to here. We've got like this little attic space, and you'll see what that is later, but we'll go ahead and turn off our first floor underlay so we can see what we're doing here. This is that little linen closet I was mentioning. I'm just going to make sure things are aligned. Now I'm just going to tidy up my dimensions. Take a look. This inside should be 12.6. The inside of the bathroom should be roughly 8 feet. Alright, so we may bump this down a little bit. And it gives us our basic outline. Now we'll add our doors in. Make sure the doors face and look exactly the same. So this actually should be just 5, like 6 feet wide. This should be like 3, and that gives us our numbers we need. We'll add our closet doors. Right, if you don't have closet doors, you go load family, and we're going to load in our bifold doors. We'll pick 4 panel. Right, and as you see, a 4 panel looks like that. There's 2 4 panels. There and there. And now that we've got our upstairs pretty much done, we have one small double panel, small bifold. We'll add that. Load family, doors, 2 panel, and that guy is going to go right here. Right, you might need to pull or work with that door, but that's about right. We've got all those. Now let's add our room names. Go to room, and we're going to go and place the room. This is a bedroom. We got a bathroom, a closet, and another bedroom. Well, this one we know is the master bedroom. This is just a bedroom, and then finally we got our bathroom and our closet. This area to below is open, so we're going to pick a model line, which is a 3D line, and we're going to show that X, right? That X means this is open to below. Now you could add windows in here, right? If I want some windows to look down to the floor below, I can add those, and then of course I'm going to delete these little tags. You don't need those on there. And now let's add the roof. A 3D view, we got all of our interior stuff, and it's time we add our roof. So to add the roof, we're going to go to our roof plan, and we're just going to use this roof plan as a way to draw a boundary, but you'll see how we change the height momentarily. So we're going to pick roof, we're going to go pick walls, we're going to offset that wall to have a 2-foot overhang. That means when you draw, or actually 1-foot overhang, that means when you click on this wall, you want the dotted line to be outside the wall. So you should get a boundary as such. You're also, before you hit finish, you're also going to click on these purple lines on the short side of the rectangle and turn off slope defining. What that's going to do is let these edges be steeper. Finally, we want to show the pitch of the roof, right? The pitch of the roof is 11 and 12. This is that area where we were looking at the floor. So we're going to click on these lines. We're going to type in, highlight that, put 11 and 12. And we're going to say finish roof. Let's see what happens. Now notice, given this layout and what we have, the roof is 1 floor taller than it should be, right? The roof should be lower to this area here. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop the roof 1 floor. So we're going to say the base level, instead of being roof, should be 2nd floor, right? Now when you do that, you'll see the roof goes inside the walls, and we'll fix that real quick and everything will start to look accordingly. So now we've got our roof, and what we're going to do is we're going to select this wall and we're going to go attach top base. We're going to do this for each wall. Attach top base. What we're going to do is just hold control. I'm going to pick every one of these 2nd floor walls. We're going to say attach top base. And now that brings everything inside our cabin. We've got our basic walls. One thing we're missing is we're missing our little stair outside, our railings, and finally our windows, right? So let's go ahead and add those. We got our roof done. We're going to come back. We got our 2nd floor done. We'll go to our 1st floor, and let's add a quick railing. You go to pick line, and we're just going to pick these lines here. Our railing doesn't go all the way. You should have about a 4-foot or 5-foot gap there. You'll notice we added a railing right to the outside. Now we need a little stair here. To get that stair, we go to the grade floor plan, which shows us the 1st floor. We're going to create a stair, but this time we're going to do a stair, and instead of being a max riser assembled stair, we want this to just be a monolithic stair. That means it's going to be plain, cast by concrete. It's going from grade to 1st floor. So notice it says 2 risers created, none remaining. So we'll finish our sketch. We've made our stair. We can move it to the edge. And you'll see we have a basic stair there, except it needs to be wider. So we can go edit sketch. We can make that match our okay, so we've got our stair now. I believe there's also a column out here, so we're going to add a column to the corner of the porch where this roof overhang is. So we just go column, and we're going to pick architectural column. So we go column here, architectural. I'm going to pick a small rectangular column. Whoa, that's 18 inches. So let's click that. Instead of going, it's going to go from grade to 2nd floor. In fact, yeah, grade to 2nd floor. And we'll say edit type. We're going to duplicate it, and we're going to make this a 6-inch post. So this is a 6-inch by 6-inch column. Change our depth over here and our width, and say OK. Now you should have a smaller column. We can move that into the corner. And we're getting our entire cabin exteriors done. We can start to draw sidewalks, add landscape, which we will. But in the meantime, let's go add our windows in. And we'll have this primary portion of the cabin done. Now, when we were looking at the windows, I think they're pretty regularly spaced out, but we'll take a look at the bottom. The bottom, we've got bedroom, bath, 4 in the great room, maybe a sliding glass door in the back. So we're going to follow those around and add those windows in. Now where you hover your mouse, you want the glass towards the outside of the window. I'll place my windows in. Make sure they're following the logic of the plan. Let's add some sliding glass doors outside. We'll do a double glass. And we'll go up to our upstairs, and we're almost there. Second floor. I believe there's just a few windows on the second floor because it's on either end. And we'll look at our 3D view. We've drawn our basic cabin. Now there's no shutters. We can always add the shutters. And we can look at our materials by turning on some consistent colors, maybe realistic. Give our roof, instead of being generic, asphalt shingles, right? We can change all of our generic walls to be brick or load bearing, however you'd like. The other thing we'll do is make sure all those first floor walls go to the bottom grade. Now with that done is, let's take a look. Yeah, we should have our wood floor, our cabin, our basic outdoor patio. You notice if we have that elevated, you can build a patio out there. Or we can come to our first floor. We could CO, control copy. And we could copy the stair over. Right, we can start actually taking and customizing this thing. Create a railing for back there. Oops, we need that to be one continuous sketch, so we'll do a railing there, and then we'll add a little railing here. Now if we take a look at the back, we've got a patio, right? You can go and put furniture and decorate it how you like, but for the most part, that should cover. And as you see, I got a little bump out there, so that means I need to move my door over in my second floor. Now it's gone. Alright. Customize as you will.